What's up, y'all? This is Lou. So, right now, let's discuss the situation and the problem with the Russell Brand situation. So, as everybody here probably knows, Russell Brand is under intense scrutiny and investigation, including some deplatforming due to rape and grooming allegations. Now, there's always mixed responses. And being a man myself, this is uh, an issue that gets talked about quite a lot in male circles. Okay? The reason being is because men are always going on and on about false allegations of rape. Uh, I don't know why that would even be a concern for a guy. As a society, we have always put a certain amount of sexual onus upon women, especially in religious contexts. That many religions, Islam, Christianity, they put rapacious culture on women. Are you being too provocative? You know, men always want to so are you showing too much skin? Are you being modest enough? Can they even see your face? Uh, and yet, we don't, when it comes to men and whether or not they have been rapacious, uh, and I learned that word thanks to the show 1883. I never even knew that you could use that word in that manner, but it's a great word for describing these situations. Uh, so we don't we sympathize with men when it comes to that. Oh, you weren't able to subdue your urges. You gave in to your overly horny nature, you know? Like cuz all men are good for is working, fucking and fighting. Like that's all you're capable of. So we know that your brain is consumed with at least one of those things at all times, which is nonsense. Like that depowers men. Okay? Anyone saying this shit, like as a man, you should be like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't I don't need a girl to be dressed up for me not to rape her. Like, come on. Um but when it comes to especially influential celebrities, and certainly influential celebrities of certain political ilks, this is how we behave, you know? And my problem with this comes from the people defending Russell Brand the most, aside from COVID wackos, are people who don't even, if you really push them on their beliefs, they're not even sure rape exists, because these are people who argue with the concept of consent. Matt Walsh is one of these people. Matt Walsh made an argument about whether or not consent is a real thing. These are people who argue with age limits on marriage. But I don't see that there's a teen pregnancy problem. I see that there's an unwed teens problem. Russell Brand had a 16-year-old girlfriend when he was 31. That's kind of gross. I mean, I've dated a younger woman in my life, but it was not that. I mean, my wife is 4 years younger than me. Uh, and the most I dated was a girl who was like around 7 years younger than me, and that was like that relationship didn't last very long. Like, I very quickly realized that she's not mature enough to be where I'm at in life with what I want. And men particularly have a distinct tendency to be ageist in relationships. 65-year-old billionaires chase 27-year-old girls, or even 24-year-old girls, or even 22-year-old girls. Sometimes 19. Uh, there are a few celebrities who are notoriously ageist. They have no use for women their own age, for a variety of reasons, from uh, from breeding ideologies to, you know, the idea that they can't conceive in their heads that they're 48 uh, or older than that, or that they want to feel young even though they can't relate to this person like at all. Um, and then of course there's the defense that Russell Brand is taking, which is they're after me because I'm too close to the truth. I'm awakening you guys, and this is a targeted campaign. That dude has been gross for 15 years, man. I didn't like that guy when he was on our side politically because he's kind of gross. You can look on YouTube of him saying borderline disgusting shit on YouTube, if not fully disgusting, depending on how you view comedy. And he operated under that umbrella. I'm a comedian. I can say whatever I want. No, anyone can say whatever they want, but that doesn't allow you to escape from consequence. Sometimes you have to own the shit you said. You know, like he's talked to people about having sex with their daughters and I mean, come on, man. This guy's been weird for quite a while. What is the sense of going to bat for him, at least until it's over? This is the same effect of like Andrew Tate. You know, like people like that. And anyone who says to you, they want me silenced because I'm close to the truth, when they themselves have either confessed to or you have video evidence of them being sexually disgusting, it's because who they really are is an aspiring cult leader. Because only cult leaders say things like that. You don't need to argue that it's a conspiracy. You can just continue making your assertions without attempting to accuse the world or anyone who's trying to hold you accountable for your actions of conspiracy. You can say, hey, listen, I'm a piece of shit sexually, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong. And here's why I'm not wrong. Like, you could try to go that route and kind of own both. Own who you are and at the same time own what your overall message is. But when you start in with that, they only want to do this to me because I'm trying to tell the truth, that's very rarely the case. There are people who have that about them. They've been imprisoned mainly because of their message. Most of those people are actually dead. They've been assassinated. But the ones who are imprisoned, they're imprisoned. You know, and people were after them from the get-go. Okay? They were after them from the jump. Russell Brand has gotten away with his behavior for quite a while until people realized how egregious it actually was. And this is an attempt to just skirt responsibility. He's gross. He's always been gross. And the evidence against him is pretty convincing already. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. Please, if you're the type of person who you have weird ideas on what consent is and whether rape even actually exists, reevaluate your situation. If the first place your brain goes to is, did she like it like that? Did she like it rough? Did she want it that way? You're the one with the problem. And so is Russell Brand. This has been Lou on your left.